Okay, we'll just give people a few minutes to get their notification to get on.
Is there a way to mute? Oh, how do I mute myself?
Yeah, I'll do that.
There is a way for you to mute yourself.
Mute microphone.
Well, good morning on this beautiful Sunday morning. Welcome to our celebration of love. We do come together to celebrate the atmosphere, the energy of love. Our theme for this month is release. So think about releasing any limiting idea about yourself, about possibilities, about the world. What can you let go of this month and just be done with it? Be done with it in your mind. Be done with it in your experience, and really step in and embody the power of love, because that's what we're here to celebrate on Sundays. So good morning and welcome. I have with me this morning our guest vocalist, Laura Robinson, and we also have a guest practitioner with us today, all the way from Victoria, BC, and some of you know her, and that is Lassia Cahoot. So this morning, to start off, let's get you going, Laura. Good morning. How are you?
Wonderful. Thank you for having me.
Great to have you. And so let's start off with, what would you like to start off with?
I'm going to sing a song, an original song I wrote called 30 Summers. I'll just give you a little background. I was asked to perform at a fundraiser for the Heart and Stroke Foundation, and I was having a hike with the woman who was leading it, and she said, we were talking about our lives, and she said, you know, I think I count my life in summers. And I was like, I love the summer, and it's so beautiful right now. We just spent time at the lake. So this was something, it's called 30 Summers. No one knows how many summers they have, but we want to, realize how precious every day is, and especially the summer, my favorite season, and just the release that nature always gives me too. Something about nature. And this is a little bit of a cautionary tale about what is it that just lights you up and opens your heart, and let's get going with those things. So this is called 30 Summers. Imagine 30 summers with an open heart. What would you be doing? Shouldn't you just start? 'Cause nobody knows what time has in store. Take care of your life and just walk through the door to your heart. The kids are getting older, but the sky is still as blue. And we still have each other, the things we want to do. Swim in the lake, take that trip to the coast. All of the things that you wish for the most with your heart. Now I've heard people say that a heart's desire is a gift you must give away. And mine is to sing this song for you today. Today. When you think of 30 summers, seems like it's a lot. But when you count the days out, funny it's just not. There's so much you can do to make sure that you're there, to walk in the sun and that's how you take care of your heart. Now I know that you're a dreamer, but you've gotta make it real. Just see those 30 summers and how you wanna feel. Promise you'll take all the life you can live. Be strong and be wise, and don't forget to give from your heart. Now I've heard people say that a heart's desire is a gift that you give away. And mine is to sing this song for you today. Today. So now those 30 summers might mean a little more to you. And if you know what makes you happy, that's what you gotta do. So starting today, do the things that you should. Please don't you wait, you just got to be good to your heart. No one can wait, we've all got to be good to our hearts. To our hearts. To your heart. Got to be good to your heart.
Oh, beautiful. I love it. Beautiful lyrics. And I love it. You've got to be good to your heart. And, you know, tonight, this morning, what time of day is it? I'm speaking about faith and just how valuable it is for us to have faith in these times and with so much going on. And it's a beautiful song to lead up to our lighting of the candles as well, because you know, there's so much that's been going on in the world, and so much that's been happening this week. And of course, you know, we light the candles honoring so many faiths and traditions and cultures that we're not separate from. They shape us. They're are part of our history. And of course, there's a beautiful, beautiful message within each of the religions that we celebrate. And I'm going to start with Hinduism as I light the candle here. And Hinduism being one of the world's oldest religions, it's a compilation of many philosophies. And of course, Hinduism talks about, oops, I better blow that out before I burn my fingers. Hinduism talks about treating others as you yourself want to be treated. And we recognize Judaism, what you yourself hate, do to no being. And then Buddhism, hurt not others with that which pains yourself. And then we have Christianity, and of course, we're many of us are familiar with this, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And in the Tao, regard your neighbor's gain as your gain. Regard your neighbor's loss as your loss. And then in Confucianism, is there any one maxim that ought to be acted upon one's whole life? Well, surely the maxim of loving kindness is such. And then, of course, we have the Baha'i faith, which is the embracing of all humanity, all religions. And Islam, do unto all beings as you wish to have done unto you. Our First Nations traditions live in harmony, for we are all related. And our New Thought tradition, recognizing that we are spiritual beings living in a spiritual universe, governed by our own use of our own individual use of the law of cause and effect. And I also want to take a moment to recognize that, yes, it is 75 years since the atomic bombs were set off in Nagasaki and Hiroshima. There was a global meditation at 10 o'clock this morning for peace. And I would also like to recognize and send love and blessings to all of those people affected by the horrific explosion in Beirut, Lebanon, where so many people tragically lost their lives, their homes, their livelihoods, and are living in the unknown, are living in fear, and have had to deal with such a terrible trauma as well. And there are many traumas that we do experience throughout our lifetime. But knowing that the power of the light, the power of love that lives within each and every one of us will see us through. And as we come together as one, we can support each other, love each other, and help one another. And so now I would like to invite in, and hopefully we'll be able to see her, our beautiful, beautiful practitioner of the day, Lacia Cahoot, who is our practitioner from Vancouver. And oh my gosh, many of you will know Lacia from the time she was with us in Toronto, and the times that she was able to come to the center and has now gone on her own journey, which is she's become a licensed practitioner with Emerson Theological Institute. And Lecia, I am not getting you up on the screen, but I know we can hear you.
I am indeed here, Reverend Helen.
So let's hear you. Oh, I think you're up. I think you are up now. So, oh my gosh, would you please lead us off in affirmative prayer this morning?
It would be my absolute pleasure. Thank you so much. So I just invite everyone to close your eyes and allow yourself to just drop into this amazing, beautiful, brand spanking new now moment right here, right now. And as I do so myself, I am so grateful for that warm invitation to walk through the door of my heart, to settle into that incredible, beautiful love, that peace, that harmony, that wonderful, compassionate, ever understanding brilliance that is the absolute essence, the absolute core, the very foundation, the very center of all that is. And as I open myself up to that infinite potentiality, to that beauty, that magnificence, that infinite expansive universe that is the allness of being, that is what breathes me, is what lives me, is what knows me, is what breathes and lives and knows me into being, I know that this energy, this creativity, this love, this brilliance, this light, this beauty, this magnificence, this is the only thing going on. I know that this is exactly who and what I am, and I know this truth for every single individual, every single beautiful, brilliant mind, every single open heart in this Sunday celebration today, and everyone beyond. And so knowing that at this time together, that this Sunday celebration is founded in that love, in that magnificence, in that infinite summer that is always in play, I know that every single moment of this Sunday celebration is unfolding with absolute spiritual perfection. Everything that wants to be known, everything that wants to be discovered, everything that wants to be rediscovered, everything that wants to be shared, every single intuitive nugget, every single wisdom that is already percolating to the surface, everything that wants to be shared, the consciousness that is already expanding, all of this is already in play as the opportunity to just release everything that no longer serves is on the table every single moment of every single day. And so I embrace that moment. I embrace that moment for myself, and knowing that each individual here today is that opportunity to do the same. Knowing that everything that is coming up is making its way forward as that opportunity for everyone here to glean what wants to be gleaned, to know what wants to be known, and to just embrace, immerse, and infuse themselves with that absolute wonder, that love, that peace, that harmony, that tenderness, that infinite potentiality and magnificence that is the allness of being. So, for all of this, and so much more, knowing that everything is happening, everything is unfolding in this beauty, in this brilliance, in this absolute spiritual perfection, knowing that spirit is unleashed this moment, right here, right now, and always, I release my powerful, creative, definitive word as law, knowing that everything is indeed unfolding perfectly, and that everything is working for the best and highest good of all involved. I release, I let go, and I just bask in the beauty, the brilliance, the harmony, the peace, and the love of this continuity of flow as I invite everyone to stay with me. And so it is.
Yes. Mm. Could you hear me breathing into it? Oh, spectacular. Thank you. And I look forward to chatting with you in a few minutes. I'm going to bring Laura back for our invocation song. What do you have for us, Laura?
This is another original song. It's called High on a Hill. A lot of my songs are romantic songs, but it seems like since I've been playing at the center when we could be there in person, and for you, I've noticed this sort of double entendre about, I guess it's just because anything that's about love is also about spirit.
Absolutely.
Finding your home. And I think that that's where the double entendre is. It's called High on a Hill. Whose little house is this? Is there someone living in you? I feel like you could be my house, 'cause you're just the right shade of blue. I should go back home, I should get on the phone, call my real estate broker and make the offer today. I don't care what I pay. You get me the house and I'll get me the man. High on a hill, it seems so small. Oh, but even still, I know I would be safe from winter's chilly winds calling me. Ain't it funny how your instincts can lead you to a place where it's easy to remember that you've gotta join the race, even when you're feeling like you're never gonna win. Someone opens up the door and you walk in. You walk in, saying I'm home. High on a hill, it seems so small. Oh, but even still, I know I would be safe from winter's chilly winds and calling me. Whose little house is this? Is there someone living in you? I feel like you could be my house, 'cause you're just the right shade of blue. I should go back home, I should get on the phone, call my real estate broker and make the offer today. I don't care what I pay. You get me the house and I'll get me the man.
Thank you. Oh, your lyrics are beautiful, Laura. Thank you. That was just delightful.
Excellent. Thank you.
So, Lasia, let's bring you back.
Here I am.
All right, let's just find you here. And I know you were there.
I am.
I just don't know what is happening with your video today, but let's see if we can get you. Up. No, I can't. I can hear you. I just
Okay.
can't see you. Uh, how are you?
I am so well. Thank you very much. And I'm actually here in sunny Victoria, not Vancouver.
Oh, did I say
So
Vancouver? I'm
yeah,
so sorry.
no, that's okay. Yeah, so not on the mainland, definitely on Vancouver Island, out in farm country, actually in Saanich, which is where we live. And it's a picture perfect summer day here today. So beautiful. Just mountains, ocean, farmland, slight little mist in the distance, but the sun is burning it off, and it's just glorious.
Oh, well, thank you so much for joining us. I so appreciate it. And I am grateful to have your consciousness and your your beautiful energy, because you've just gone on a trajectory since you left Toronto, and you are now a full-fledged practitioner. And I'm wondering, like, what did you have to release? What did you have to release on this journey? And I'm sure there are many things, and you don't have to divulge everything. But what was it what was a big thing you had to let go of?
You know, first of all, thank you for asking me to be here today. It is just so exciting. I wish I could see everyone because I still have such fond memories
Mm.
of CSL Toronto, pre-welcome home days. And that was really my first official foray into the world of new thought, even though I'd been listening to stuff, but this was it. And the science of mind and spirit teachings and finding this community. And and so thank you for allowing me to be here today. So when I was thinking about release, the first thing that came to mind really was release as in letting go. But the more I thought about it, the more I also thought as we release those things that no longer serve, those limiting beliefs that have been in play that we either knew about or didn't know about, have discovered and unearthed and let go of, there's also this release of, there's this freedom that happens where we allow for, more release of spirit to just come forth, to, that thing that wants to live us, that, is living and breathing us. It just has more freedom to do its thing. And so when I was thinking about this concept of release, I was thinking about a quote, and I'm sorry, I don't know whose it is. I heard it in a talk a few years ago, and it's something like, the price for the life you want is the life you have. And when I first heard it, I thought, what? And then as it was explained in the talk, I thought, yeah, like if I want something different, it means that I need to be something different. I need to do something different. I can't just go along doing the same stuff that I've been doing, kind of a la Joe Dispenza when he talks about, we for a lot of people create their future based on the memory of their past. And if you keep doing things from the known and what you're familiar with, chances are pretty good you're not going to create anything new. So, in order to do something new, to do something different, it's kind of like letting go of all of it and knowing that every single moment is a brand spanking new moment, a brand spanking new opportunity to live from that unknown, to jump into and immerse myself into
Mm.
that unexpected and just allow for whatever it is that wants to come up to come up. So that's kind of like the grand spiritual answer, and the big endeavor. I mean, there have been things, there have been, sort of more relative facts kind of things that I have definitely had to work on and release. And there have been some financial things, there have maybe been some relationship things. And one of the big things I think for me has been that just the idea of who I am, just that I am not my job, I am not I am not all the labels that might be put onto me. I'm not a daughter, a mother, a wife, a friend, an employer, an employee, a colleague. Those are things I do, those are relationships I have, those are circumstances, those are experiences, those are relationships. But who and what I am, I don't even have words to describe because it is just so fantastical and so infinite in scope and so expansive and so creative to hone into that, and it's letting go of all that other stuff to be able to focus on that. So how's that for an answer?
It's beautiful. And I applaud your courage for being willing to do that, because that's what it takes, right? It takes a willingness to say, I'm ready to expand into so much more than I ever thought was possible. I'm willing to release all those limiting ideas, beliefs, history, and allow that release of spirit. I love it. So that
Yeah.
you just shine forth and allow spirit, whatever that is, however you describe it. And like you said, sometimes it's indescribable, but there it is. And that's who you are. And it shows so much in the way that you spoke your prayer, the way that you are sharing with us this morning. And I am so happy for you, because I know it hasn't been an easy journey along the way. And
Yeah.
yet here you are. And then there's more. There is more, and there's more, and there's more. And it can get better and better and better. So I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
Would you like to take us into our affirmation? And I do, for people, they can follow it up on the screen as well. But if you would like
Okay.
to say it once.
Absolutely. So this is I love this affirmation. I'm so glad that I'm the one who gets to say it today. Thank you.
Well, let me tell you, this affirmation is actually partly from Ernest Holmes' The Seminar Lectures.
Which a copy of friends are gifting me a copy, and they called me yesterday to say that it just arrived at their home yesterday. So I am going to have my very own copy of Seminar.
Well, you're lucky, because it's not easy to get a copy.
I know. That's the celebratory gift for practitioner studies. So I am so
Beautiful.
grateful for that. Anyway, okay, so the affirmation for today is: every day my mind is unstopped and my spirit unleashed. So now I'll invite everyone to say it along with me with gusto and with all, like everything you have, every single thing you have in you, to just really bring this forward. Every day, my mind is unstopped
and
my spirit unleashed.
Beautiful. Thank you, Lexia. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so grateful to you. And we're having you back, woman.
Yay! I would love to come back.
Oh, yes. You're sort of a part of us anyways.
I know.
Not sort of, you are a part of us.
Right.
Thank you again. And so, what have you got for a feature song there, Laura?
Oh, that was so beautiful to hear Leslie's story. Thank you for sharing that. I am going to sing a song that I've sung at weddings. I've sung at a couple of weddings to very dear friends and family. It's not my song. It's one of my favorite songwriters, Shawn Colvin. I don't know if you know Shawn Colvin. She's an incredible writer. And this song is Never Saw Blue Like That. And it's also a little bit about the power of nature. Just how somebody says something, you hear something, you feel how it can change everything. So this is called Street. It's a flower. Can you hear me?
You know what, Laura? All of a sudden, you went completely wonky. I don't know what it is.
That's so strange. Let's try it. Let's see. What is it now? Maybe it's Mercury retrograde.
Something. Wow. Because you were clear as a bell.
Right?
Oh, try that now.
Not good.
No, all of a sudden it's like someone's come in and like warbled the line, which is really strange.
I don't know, just seeing if maybe my kids are on the internet, but we can't. I don't know. Do you want to? Should we do?
You know what? I'm going to talk and let's see if we can kind of get it sorted out. And then we'll just have you come back afterwards.
I don't know what else I can.
You know, it's so interesting. You think you got it going and then it somehow doesn't work. So let me just pull up here. I know Laura's trying to get it going, but do you want to try it, Laura? How's it?
I don't really know what needs to try, but
Oh my gosh, it was absolutely perfect.
Do you want? I guess you can interrupt the service. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just gone wonky.
You talk.
Okay.
You talk. I'll try to do something.
Yeah. All right. Am I coming across clear?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'll move into my talk and let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Oh my gosh, you know, it's kind of funny how it's perfect timing because my talk is all around having faith. And with so much that is happening in the world right now, I felt it was really important to revisit it. And it's like having faith that the internet's going to work, having faith that the program is going to work, having faith that life is unfolding perfectly no matter what. You know, I know so many of you are having difficulties in your life, whether some of you've just lost family members. I know people that are losing friends or dealing with friends' illness or a family illness or loss of income or even just this incredible, I don't know what's next. And of course, where, people are changing their lives. So it sometimes seems like there's just one thing after another that is happening. And of course, in the world, it seems that way too, whether it's political, whether there are riots and violence, and then what happened in Beirut this week, and, and just the uncertainty of what's next. And yet, it seems clear to me that as we grow, as we deepen our consciousness, our awareness, and our oneness with the laws of the universe, we can start to understand that all the disruptions that are happening is a necessary disorder, including the internet. It is a necessary disorder to move towards an enlightened reorder of our world. There is a universal pattern that connects and solidifies our relationships with everything around us, just as the universal pattern shows up in all of nature. It shows up in our fruits and vegetables. It shows up in our grains. It shows up in our animals and our plants and the patterns of our life. There is a universal pattern in everything. And that the core of that universal pattern is the seed of love. My question to you is, are we placing our faith in this universal pattern? Or are we getting caught up in the external circumstances and being driven by fear, knowingly or unknowingly? Because sometimes we don't even recognize we're being driven by fear. Here's a quote. It's an anonymous quote. I don't know who wrote it, but I thought it was brilliant. Your faith can move mountains, and your doubt can raise them and create them. Your faith can move mountains, and your doubt can create the mountains. The trajectory of transformation and growth uses so many metaphors for this pattern. You know, we have the hero's journey by Joseph Campbell. We have the 4 seasons or the 4 directions of our most native traditions. There's the epic accounts, of Exodus and exile and the promised land of the Jewish people. There's, it's followed by the cross and the death and the resurrection in the narrative of Christianity. Each one of these deeply rooted myths is in its own way saying that growth happens in a sequence of experiences from order to disorder to order again. And then ultimately, an understanding and an embracing of a new consciousness and harmony and peace. And I am trusting and in full faith that the harmony, the peace, and this new consciousness is unfolding for each and every one of us as we move through this unknown experience of this pandemic. For us to grow towards love, union, enlightenment, we move from order to disorder and then ultimately to reorder. And to thrive through all of this, a sense of peace, creating that sense of peace within is the easiest and most natural way to begin. And that sense of peace, it starts in our mind with knowing what we value, knowing and feeling our connection to our families, our friends, our community, even if it's over the internet right now, and faith that there is a greater power in the universe. It is greater than any of us. It is an intelligent, creative energy that is for us, not against us. It is pure, unconditional love. And this is how we have the potential to thrive in these unknown, uncertain times. Because there's a whole lot of different opinions about what's going on and how life will unfold and what's happening politically and socially and our rights and who we are as a human species. And we can debate all of it till the cows come home, which just keeps us in our heads. The only thing I am interested in is spiritual principle. That every person is an incarnation of one spirit. that the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, the eternal givingness is for life to all. That there is an eternal goodness, an eternal loving kindness. And everyone deserves to know it and experience this goodness. That the universal spirit, God, whatever you want to call it, operates through a universal mind, which is the law of cause and effect. That I am surrounded by this creative mind, which receives the direct impress of my thought and acts upon it. And therefore, it is up to me to be clear in my mind, my body, my soul, what I am thinking, feeling, and acting upon. If there is discord in my mind, there will be discord in my life. I believe in the unity of all life, and my thoughts, feelings, words, and deeds have an effect on everyone around me. I believe in the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, the eternal givingness of life. And this is what I have faith of, and for me, it is unshakable. I am not interested in debating all the theories, all of the what could be, or all of the fear. I am not interested in it. I bring myself back to spiritual principle. I place my faith in it, and I know that faith is my mental attitude, so inwardly embodied in my mind that I cannot deny it, because that is what shows up in my life. And each one of us has the ability to consciously generate faith by using this invisible principle and by using the law, which specifically responds to what we place in it. And to the degree that each of us recognize this principle as an individual journey, and I have no expectations of anyone else. Well, except for maybe my husband, but that's a whole other story. Not really. He's on his journey, I'm on mine. But it's good to kind of like check in and see if you have expectations of a partner. Know that your faith is like Wi-Fi. It's invisible, but it has the power. It has the power to connect you to that inner source of life. It has the power to focus your mind on truth and let go of anything that's not a match to that. So having this equivalency gives us the necessary safety and security and the structure that we need so that we have the resiliency and we can deal with the unknown and the chaos. And we need a really strong container, a strong mental equivalent in our mind to hold our faith, to come back into it. And this means also, ironically, we need a strong ego structure. Entertaining God only. That ego structure of entertaining God only, so that we can release the fear and pain and replace our faith and place our faith in the capacity to thrive, despite the fact that we are living in the unknown. We are living in loss. And there are so many people who are living in trauma right now. And I don't have an answer for all of that. It hurts my heart deeply, but I will not go to that place of seeing a collective group as a victim. I will hold that collective group in the power of love and see that each and every person has that beautiful spirit within to rise above these circumstances and take a stand for what is best for them. And that is not my business, what is best for them. It is, not for me to say. So sometimes when we're struggling with what's happening right now, and I know that I can allow my heart and mind to get caught up in that. But then I go to a place of fear, and then our minds start to control us versus us being in control of our mind. And I was having a conversation with a couple of practitioners early in the week, and we were discussing the children going back to school. And one who is a teacher and a very wise practitioner who will be heading back into the classroom said, the children need caring adults to guide them through this experience. It's not just about them connecting to their peers socially, but it's having the caring adults to guide them through the experience. And I piped in and I said, if we as adults, parents, grandparents, and caregivers are calm and peaceful, faith-filled, then our children will be just fine. They will be fine wearing masks. They will be fine social distancing. Our children will be okay if we are okay. Our families will be okay if we are connected to our own infinite power and presence within and place our faith in trusting and knowing that there is a power for good in the universe that is greater than any of us. And each one of us has the capacity to use it. So we all have the opportunity to embrace the unknown with deep faith in the power of love and move forward through these unknown times in peace and grace. And like I said last week, that means really living in our bodies, not just our heads, so that we can attune our body to love, peace, and presence versus getting caught up in the unprecedented situation, what we are experiencing in the world. So Joe Dispenza says, and it's funny that Lesia referenced Joe Dispenza earlier. Joe Dispenza says, thought is a language of the brain and feeling a language of the body. Hence, when you think of fearful thoughts, your body programs itself to feel fearful. When this happens, your body's energy is used up to cope with the fear, and we end up continuing to live in survival mode. So let's start focusing on the power of love only. Let's commit to our spiritual practice. Let's thrive despite the disorder and the unknowing and the unknown, knowing that order is the first law of the universe. For all that wasn't working in our world, there needs to be a shake up, not a shake down, a shake up. Shake it up, baby. A shake up to wake up our level of consciousness. All of nature is awake and alive. So when we wake up our mind, our body, and spirit to the power of love, then our life will start to unfold perfectly, even if it doesn't seem that way right now. So don't let fear become your addiction. You may feel it, but you don't have to become it. And when you combine your thoughts of fear with the feeling of fear, your brain and your body are now out of balance because you are no longer present. You are no longer in the moment. You are substantiating your fears from the past, or you are selecting a worst case scenario and then preparing yourself emotionally for this worst case scenario, and you are building up fear in your body. And then, of course, if it doesn't happen, you get to be right versus happy, but you stay stuck in fear and anxiety anyways. And fear becomes this addiction because we reaffirm the addiction and we keep thinking about the thoughts that create the emotional states, and the emotional states keep feeding the thoughts. And it becomes this whole vicious cycle of conditions that conditions your body to become the fear. And it becomes programmed subconsciously. And then you just keep living in fear over and over again. And it is time to stop it. It is a time to say, yes, the unknown is the great unknown. It is the great unknown. And I embrace it fully, and I allow, as Lesia so beautifully expressed, I allow spirit to be released within me so that I can step in and I can embrace this unknown. So, let's get present and get back to the principle of being in this state of love only, so that our body becomes a vehicle for expressing love and peace and harmony. And this becomes our natural state of being. Think about your body being conditioned by a new mind, a mind that entertains God only, that experiences love only. Because when you're in fear, the best thing to do is run from the fear of the unknown. But when we're living in fear and those hormones of stress are created and we run from the unknown, then we just keep trying to escape, and we find more and more ways to try and numb ourselves out. We need to start living in our body. We need to start creating more love, feeling that peace, feeling that harmony, and embrace the unknown, and place our faith that there is a power in the universe that is greater than all of us. And it is creating order out of the disorder. So as we live in faith and transmute the disorder into order, our life is created from a mental equivalency of peace and love and grace within us and around us as us. And this is what I invite you to do. Start getting into your spiritual practices. Start entertaining God only. Create that big mental structure that knows to focus on love, on peace, that knows to say yes to the unknown, and says, yeah, bring it on, because I am ready. I am ready to shake it all up and out, and letting it go and release what doesn't serve me, and then unleash spirit, unleash the truth of who you are, and live from that place. And this is how we get to handle everything that is going on. And so I recognize that there is only this power, this presence, this grace that is unfolding perfectly within me and all around me. That is what I place my faith in. That is what I know will lead me into whatever is next on my journey. It will lead each and every person into taking the next perfect step on your journey. And so, thank you for being present today. Thank you for opening up your heart, your mind, your soul, your body, and allowing the grace of God to be so actualized as who you are. And so with that, I say, and so it is. Namaste. Namaste, and shake it up, baby. Shake it up. So with that, I do want to mention that I had a few people reach out to me this week and ask me, "Oh, are we starting up in the center in September in person?" And I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I have reached out to the practitioners and asked for their feedback. I have reached out. We'll have a board meeting today and we'll talk about it at the board and bring people's concerns and considerations into that conversation and see what happens. But here's what I want you to know. My commitment is to ensuring the safety of everyone. Everyone. Because all it takes is one person to test positive for the virus, and that affects us all. And I am not going to place myself or anyone else in that position. So I will keep you posted, and in the meantime, we'll keep live streaming and you keep joining in. So I am going to see, Laura, if you are maybe able to.
Let's see, can you hear me now?
Yes.
That sound. I might have fixed.
It's a little soft.
Okay, I just turned my mic down. I thought maybe that might be, I can just bring it. Let's see, I'll just play a little bit.
Perfect.
Can you hear my voice too?
It could be a little louder.
Okay, that's what I'm going to build up. Hang on 1 second.
Because now I'm dying to hear this song.
I know.
Perfect.
If I just bring the mic closer, maybe that'll work.
That's it.
This is a beautiful song by Sean Colvin, also about the power of love and how it can change things in an instant. Can you hear me now?
Yep, you're great.
Maybe the guitar's too loud, though. I don't know. I turned the microphone a little
No,
bit.
it's okay. It's good.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
It's called Never Saw Blue. Today, we took a walk up the street, picked a flower, and climbed a hill above the lake. Secret thoughts were said aloud. We watched the faces in the clouds until the clouds had blown away. And were we ever somewhere else? You know, it's hard to say. But I never saw blue like that before. Across the sky, around the world, you're giving me all you have and more. And no one else has ever shown me how to see the world the way I see it now. Oh, I never saw blue like that before. Can't believe a month ago I was alone. I didn't know you, hadn't seen you or heard your name. And even now, I'm so amazed. It's like a dream, it's like a rainbow, it's like the rain. And some things are the way they are, and words just can't explain. But I never saw blue like that before. Across the sky, around the world, you're giving me all you have and more.
Oh, what a beautiful song.
Pretty.
It is. And it's so interesting because when we're really willing to step into that place of faith, it can open our eyes up to see all of that, to see the blue, to see the beauty, it gives us a completely different perspective. So
You just have to keep remembering to come home. And I loved what you said about the body and, just your mind and your body together. And when you get thrown off, there's ways to come back to center, which is home.
Which is home, always. Yes, thank you.
Like the name of Welcome Home.
Yes. It's that name for a reason.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, thank you. I'm going to go into some announcements here. I can't wait to do these announcements because there's a couple of really cool announcements. Okay, first of all, let's do our affirmation. Divine love flows through me. It blesses and multiplies all that I have, all I give, and all I receive. I am richly blessed, creating a greater and greater flow of abundance. And so it is. And you can send your donation. You can go to our website and donate on our website. You can also set up a monthly tithe on our website. And you can send an e-transfer to admin@welcomeometoronto.com. So either way, we gratefully receive as we continue to still flourish and still keep going. And so thank you for that. Now, it is Margaret Ann's birthday today. And so please do wish Margaret Ann a happy birthday. I wish you a happy birthday, Margaret Ann. I love you. Thank you. Thank you for all that you do for the center, for showing up and being who you are. And I'd give out your email address to everyone, but I don't think you want me to do that. But even in the chat, you can put in happy birthday wishes to Margaret Ann. And I just really wanted to acknowledge you and celebrate you. And then our next announcement. So we have classes continuing Monday to Friday at 9 a.m., 7 p.m. on Thursdays, taking you on a powerful journey inward, returning you to your happiest, healthiest, most abundant self. Our meditation classes are all mindfulness that works, that connect you to your body, mind, spirit. So please have a look on our website and join in for a class. And then our Conscious Cafe is going to continue on Tuesday, September 29th. Just giving you a heads up. Our special guest will be Rev. June Joplin. She's going by June now. And this is you may have seen it in the news, she is the transgender pastor who was released from her pulpit a little while ago. And so we're going to have an amazing conversation regarding her journey and the power of love and spirit. So that's coming up at the end of September. We also have hit the new you button. It is the 30-day challenge of 15 minutes of visioning every day with me for 30 days, visioning your best life, your best self, how you are in relationships, visioning your health, visioning your wealth, visioning how you put yourself out there in the world. And that starts on September 1st. So you can sign up for that on our website. And I want to say thank you, Laura. Thank you so much for your beautiful, beautiful music. Thank you to Lacia for her beautiful words and beautiful treatment today. So grateful to have her as a part of us. And thank you to all of you. Thank you so much for joining in.
Again.
And Laura, I'm going to bring you back for a final song.
Okay, I wasn't sure if there was time. It sounds like is it going wacky again?
No.
Okay, this one is my original song, and I thought it was appropriate for the theme of release. It's called Traveling Light.
Ooh.
something I physically have trouble doing when I'm packing a suitcase, but as I'm getting older, I'm letting go of so much more. And I find letting go just of ideas or, like you said, limiting beliefs, all those things. Anyway, this is another love song, but it has that double meaning. I feel like jumping a plane for Amsterdam tonight, so I could wake up beside my baby in the European light. I know he's living there, don't know exactly where. You see, he said he'd write no letters inside. We could rent us a car tomorrow and just start driving. Any destination's fine, just as long as I'm beside him. I think I can hear him calling me, singing, take that bird across the sea. But am I hearing right? You know my phone's not ringing tonight. And how can I know that it's his heart that's doing the talking? 'Cause when I just couldn't say yes or no, it was him that started a walking. So I guess I'll be making that midnight flight tonight. Won't be taking no heavy bags, no. I'm traveling light, traveling light, traveling light, traveling light. I'm traveling light.
I love it. I love it. You know, I could travel a little lighter in my suitcase, but also lighter in my mind. Yeah. Thank you so much, Laura. It was just so delightful to see you. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We'll see you next week, and have yourself a beautiful, beautiful week. Bye for now.